Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Season 3, Episode 35. Before I start this video, I want to thank those that have subscribed to my channel and thank you to those of you that have been following and supporting me. Now, I have quite a few things to cover, so let's get straight into this video. Now, if you haven't seen my last video, go check that out. So you've probably been thinking, Gamble, where have you been for the last couple of weeks? Well, okay, to be specific, 2 weeks. The first week, it was Father's Day, so that's important. The second week, last week, I decided to take a break because of work and everything, which is picking up, which is great, so that means a bit more money. But I was a bit tired and left it to the last minute. I was just like, man, just have a week off for recreation. And I have decided to go to Red Alert tomorrow, so fingers crossed, some good weather, and a few of my friends are going, which is fantastic. Now, I have made plans in the 2 weeks that I haven't been doing videos. So this month I have signed up for a milsim, my first ever milsim, and I'm going with some friends, and fingers crossed, hopefully we'll have a great time. What's great about this is all of us that are pretty much going, it is our first ever milsim, so it's a great experience to share, and well, I'll tell you more when we get closer to that date. Now, in this video particularly, I want to go over one of the, how can I put it, an item that is often overlooked for Airsoft because many people think it doesn't serve a purpose, but it does. And if you don't believe me, check out my channel, you'll see a lot of videos with me using a prop. Now, I've got 5 down here, I think, yep, 5. That I want to cover. Now, each site is going to be different with their rules, especially when it comes to props. So the biggest advice, and I've been playing this for 5 years plus, let's see, do the maths from 2017 onwards. So in 2017 I didn't actually have a prop as far as I remember, but in 2018 till now my prop collection has grown. And when it comes to Airsoft, some of you will say, well, you don't need a prop. Some of you will say, yes, you do need a prop. Well, that's down to the player's capability and discretion. So it's quite interesting from my experience using a prop. So I want to go over some of the basics and tell you about my experience and why I think they honestly do serve a function in Airsoft. Now, in Airsoft, we all know this, it's about shoot or be shot, and pretty much that's Airsoft. Summing it all up in one go. You can use grenades as well, but a prop is an interesting one because, let's face it, if you want to be a sniper, play by the rules and don't always go for headshots or flesh, play fairly, it takes skill. And I haven't done a lot of sniping or DMRing, and I look forward to, hopefully fingers crossed this year, to work a bit more on that, and you'll see it in my footage. However, props, they are the complete opposite of a sniper. You're trying to get close and personal, and the result is, if you get someone with a prop, they can't say anything, they have to be quiet, they have to walk away, or they can surrender, walk away without saying a sound or word, like hit. In my own personal opinion, I've never seen anyone walk off saying, hit, when they've actually been shanked with a prop. So many people honour that, and it's quite satisfying. I have to say, I'm not a sniper expert. It's satisfying when you get that long shot or whatever it is you do in Airsoft that is satisfying and a good memory. For me, using props, it takes a lot of skill, patience, or simply just rushing your opponent. And what's interesting when using a prop is the fact that it really does have a psychological effect on players. The simple flight, fight, or fight and flight, whichever way you want to put it around. So most people will be like, ooh, watch out for that guy, he's got a prop. Or some people go, huh, you're going to get anything with that today? And some people take it in their own way. So what's interesting is some people will be quite concerned, some people take it with a pinch of salt, have a laugh about it. But it's quite interesting because I have charged a number of players and gone around corners with props and everything. And what I found is, when you want to use it, it is either a last ditch effort, which is rare in Airsoft because you've got so many BBs, or simply a fact of, you know what, I don't care anymore, we're doing well, or you just want to have a laugh or something different, charge, without guns blazing but more like props blazing. So it's not for everyone, I'm going to say that right now. So for beginners, you don't have to worry about getting a prop. However, if you are a prop fan, consider what you're getting. So let's get into these items. Now, the standard is a rubber knife that flexes and bends. Again, if you are not sure about your prop, and I do this at every site I go to, I always check with the marshals, I show them, and if they know me, they'll say yes or no. And if they say no, I'm like, fair enough, I respect the rules. And I either get another prop, because I always bring backups, and find out what is acceptable. Now, with rubber knives, I see a lot of people, now this is interesting, I see a lot of people carry these, but many people don't tend to use them, or very rarely do, and when they do, they are so satisfied you can hear them across the field. So, like anything, quickly going over what marshals say, try not to whack someone, try not to force it into someone, because again, no one really wants to be hurt, even though it's Airsoft. Again, expect to be hit by BBs. Again, you have to be tapped lightly, or a brush. Even when you're fixing these things to your rifles, or rigs should I be more specific, bayonet mounted, you can charge at people, but you have to slow down and then tap people. The good thing is with these flexing, again, try not to hurt people, and just saying knife kill. Now you can do it two ways. You can yell it out going, knife kill, and then everyone knows where you are, or you just simply go behind people if you want to be more stealthy and just go knife kill, being quiet as you can, and pretty much that's the job done. You can use these in your hand, whether you're right-handed, left-handed, like that, reversed if you want to go for that tactical Metal Gear Solid look. Again, it's preference. If you're a beginner, you don't need a prop, just rent the gear, find out that Airsoft is for you. You may consider getting one of these. Like anything in Airsoft, because we do tend to spend a lot in this hobby, if you do get one of these, or any item for that matter, whether it's gear, BDU, whatever, including a prop, try and get your money's worth out of it, because you bought the thing, you might as well use it. So this is the basic standard for props in Airsoft. Most people tend to get a rubber knife. Now, moving on to the next one. Okay, let's see, which one should I go? Okay, now this is my favourite one, by far, my machete. And I'll tell you why. Every time I turn up to a field with this, like I said, the shock factor of seeing a... Now this is foam, okay, so it doesn't flex as much as the bayonet. So again, tapping people gently, again, not full on swing, try not to knock the camera over, and stabbing people with it. Again, you've got to be gentle with your props. And yeah, I'm working on a way to... Well, I've got a sheath, thank you at Sculpture for the sheath. I'm just trying to find a way to mount it and make it more effective for my BDU. Nevertheless, I've had a lot of fun charging at people with this. Many people I hear across the battlefield going, watch out for that guy with the machete, he's over there, watch out. And getting up close to people, sometimes even I do a battle cry. It may not be the most effective one, like Sparta or 300, but even yelling and acting like a madman with a machete does tend to scare a lot of people on the field. So two things happen. They either panic fire and shoot the crap out of me, or they're just like, fair enough, well done. So you can get a machete if you want to. I think it's pretty cool, something different. And this is, again, these are all options and ideas, so you can consider these if you want to go down the prop way in Airsoft. And I have a lot of fun with this, and many people want to hold it, and obviously just have a little swing with it. That's fine with me. For me, this is my trademark, being Gamble. My favourite choice. I tend to take this most of the time. I do need to try and use my other props. Like I said, I bought them, I need to get my money's worth out of them. So, a good old machete for being the bad guy, can't go wrong there. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, the tomahawk. Need to take this one out more. Now this is hard rubber. So again, have to be extra careful with this one. So again, can't come down, swipe up. I would say with this, again, if you like playing Cowboys and Indians, great choice, or you want to go for something out of Assassin's Creed or be a Viking or whatever, good choice. Got a bit of reach. Again, tap at the side. Again, gently thrust if necessary. Don't full on try and hit someone with this because it will hurt. I look forward to taking this back out. Sometimes, again, do you want like a short knife? Do you want a machete, a sword? Do you want to go with an axe of some description? And you can get LARP weapons as well, which again, certain sites will probably say yeah or no. I would say with this, what's cool, again, you've got a pistol, that's great. You can use this as well, or you can go for that combination with a rubber knife and the tomahawk. And I have done this a few times and it is a lot of fun. Even if you don't get the target, or you scare a lot of people, or you distract a lot of people, that's helping the team. So that's a win-win situation. Let me put these both down. The next one. Now, I bought this and I haven't used it yet. You're probably thinking, what is that? Well, there you go. Now again, I can't punch, you know, hook up. Again, don't want to hurt anyone with this. Now, as you can see, it's 3D printed. Okay, so it's, well, whatever type of fabric it is. Polymer, whatever you want to call it. I'm not a 3D expert. Nevertheless, if I come across someone, I haven't used this yet, like I said, tap them gently. Even here, doing that, almost like a slap, but obviously not hurting someone. Going knife kill. You can use it in any fingers, but mainly in the middle. And the interesting thing about this is it fits comfortably. I haven't tried it on with my gloves. Again, something for being very sneaky. So if you compare the size in that one, okay. Now I'm going to move on to the last one. So you're probably thinking, well, that wasn't a lot about this one. Well, it's 3D printed, and honestly, I'll get this double checked with the sites, the marshals again, because I want to try and run this one in a woodland scenario, so outdoors as well as indoors at a CQB game, and obviously get the approval of the marshals, and can't really say anything more than that. Pretty cool. Again, if you had a pistol, you can use it as a combination. If you're not comfortable using it, I'd always say just go for that option. That's it really. Now the last one, plastic, okay? Now, I'm going to say this right now, yes, this is a toy prop. Now, I spent many hours of my childhood as a Star Wars boy with one of these, playing with my friend, whacking the crap out of each other with lightsabers, and ending up with a lot of cuts on my hands. Now, I'm going to try and do this without hitting, okay, the camera, so here we go. Oh, it would help if I knew which button it was. There we go. We'll try this again. Take two. Okay. So that's one side out. As you can see, folds in. Can you clip this to your gear? No, you can put this in a like a shotgun scabbard or something, or any other pouch that can hold this. I will look into that. Also, you can get the other side out as well. Hold on. There we go. So two options there for those of you that are Star Wars fans. Now, again, you can run around, and it is pretty cool seeing a lightsaber being swung around by a madman such as Gamble. And I have used the single and double-sided option, and just run with this sometimes whilst other people are covering. Now, this is what's great. Let me put these back on before I hit the camera or take my own eye out. What's great about all these options, okay, you can use them. Okay, depending on if you're indoors or outdoors, there's always an option. Okay, there's always an option for your riff, your gear, as well as your props. Now, I want to use this one a bit more with one of my prototypes, or a pistol, just something easier to wield, I guess. What I will say, I'm going to put this down, when it comes to using your prop, don't go full on wild crazy. You've seen in my videos, I kind of sometimes overact or just by luck come across people that are not suspecting me. What's great is a few tips here. If you're running around with a prop and everything, people will notice you and be more concerned about you, that sometimes they forget there are other people on the team, so you can be a great distraction and everyone else decides to shoot at you. You could also scare the crap out of people and gain quite a lot of cool respect for that, for running around the field trying to get people. What's also interesting when using these props is the fact that, how can I put it? They are a lot of fun. They really are underrated, and I've seen a lot of people, and maybe you have if you've been playing for quite a while. How many times do you see people decked up like in MTP, rocking all like the plate carriers and everything, and they have a tactical knife? Honestly, how many times do you use that thing? Sometimes it's just for decoration. I know a lot of people buy knives for decoration, but if you bought it and you get the opportunity, use it. Trust me, it is actually really satisfying knowing that you can actually get close, whether it's luck or skill or both, and just tap someone. Now, I will say this, okay, best option, okay, to start with, to find out if a prop, if you are considering a prop, get a bayonet, a rubber knife that fits your model. So if you have an M4, get an M4 bayonet. This is an AK bayonet, okay, so it goes for the AK. Now, certain rifts will allow bayonets, others, depends. Now, I know for a fact, because I am going to get a few more props, that I'll show you at a later date. Some props may fit others, or you want to go for that apocalyptic look, so give it a try. I will say this now though, if you decide to buy a bayonet, or any prop for that matter, consider getting it with a scabbard. Now, there will sometimes, for example like this, it may come with a scabbard, it may not. You might have to buy a specific pouch or something that is universal that can hold this, whether it's in your molly rig, your webbing, whatever that may be. Sometimes it may come with a scabbard that is okay, may do the job until it breaks, then you've got to look at alternatives. Or like I said before, you could get a scabbard, a shotgun scabbard or a rifle scabbard, something long enough for your sword, your tomahawk. Again, there's so many options when it comes to using a prop, so consider carefully what you want. I'd say for a beginner, start off with one of these, and then consider if you want to work your way up. If you've got your eyes set on like a tomahawk, a sword, a katana, then by all means, don't be surprised if you don't get any kills straight away, or hits should I say, to be more specific in the Airsoft terminology. It comes with time and experience, like anything in life. The more practice and the more experience you get, the better you become. And I've noticed as well, the final part is when you use a prop, if you decide to be more stealthy, more tactical in the sense of strategy, it may pay off, but it will take some time. Or you could be a berserker, or do a banzai charge or something crazy, and it may get you killed in the process, but at least you tried, and you never know, you might actually catch someone off guard. It's a lot of fun. So again, there's so many ways to use a prop, but for me, it's just fun. And I do set myself challenges, and I found out actually with this, originally my first challenge was just to get 30 bayonet kills. It turns out using this I've got 45 whilst it was mounted to the barrel. Using this separately I managed to get 4, I believe. With this I managed to get 26, so I'm 4 short, I believe, 4 or 3 short of my 30. This I've got 3 with, and this I've got 2 with. So statistics always vary, but you can tell which ones are the favourite ones, and well, I like to use. But other than that, that's me just going on about props. And yeah, if you're in Airsoft and you're considering a prop, why not? Can't hurt you. And if you don't want it, you can easily sell it or give it to a friend. There's always bound to be someone that may be interested in a prop. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Trying to keep it short. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, share and subscribe. Don't forget to click the little bell icon so you know when the next video is. I enjoyed making this video. I look forward to making the next one. Stay safe.